In old age, play dumb in these 5 situations. As we grow older, life teaches us lessons that no school or book ever could. Wisdom comes not just from what we know, but also from understanding when it's better to appear like we don't. Playing dumb in certain situations isn't about being dishonest or disingenuous. It's about knowing when to prioritize peace, relationships, and your own mental well-being over winning a conversation or proving a point. Here are 5 situations where playing dumb can be your wisest move in old age. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. 1. When family dynamics get tense, families are the threads that weave our lives together, but even the strongest fabrics can fray under tension. As we grow older, we often find ourselves as the steady heart of our families, a role that carries both honor and weight. In moments of conflict or disagreement, especially among those we love most, the instinct to step in, mediate, or even resolve things can feel almost irresistible. But the truth is, some of the wisest choices we make in old age involve stepping back, holding space, and yes, playing dumb when the storm of family dynamics begins to brew. In every family, there are moments when disagreements flare up between siblings, parents, and children, or even generations. Perhaps your children are at odds about how best to manage your care, or your grandchildren are feuding over decisions that feel trivial to you but monumental to them. You may have lived long enough to see how these arguments tend to unfold, their patterns predictable to your experienced eyes. Yet stepping in with solutions or choosing sides often risks making the conflict worse, despite your good intentions. Playing dumb in these moments doesn't mean apathy or avoidance. It's an act of wisdom rooted in trust. By appearing uninvolved or non-committal, you create a space where others can work through their emotions and find their own resolutions. Instead of rushing to fix things, you might say something simple and neutral like, "You both make good points," or, "I trust you'll come to the right decision." These words aren't a dismissal, but a subtle reminder that they are capable of navigating their own conflicts. It's a quiet way of empowering your loved ones while preserving the family's harmony. But the art of playing dumb is as much about self-preservation as it is about family dynamics. Inserting yourself into every conflict or debate can be emotionally exhausting, especially when the stakes are high. You've already carried the weight of the family's burdens for many years. Now is the time to let others shoulder the responsibility. By stepping back, you protect your own peace and avoid becoming a lightning rod for tension. And when you do speak, when the situation truly calls for your voice, it will carry the clarity and gravity of someone who knows when to act and when to let things unfold. This doesn't mean ignoring genuine needs. If the conflict threatens the family's foundation or involves a moral or safety issue, your wisdom may be needed to guide and protect. But for the everyday squabbles and misunderstandings, playing dumb allows you to focus on what truly matters, being a source of unconditional love and stability. Families are not perfect, and their beauty often lies in their imperfection. As the elder, you embody the history, resilience, and love that bind everyone together. By choosing to play dumb at the right times, you create an atmosphere of grace where relationships can heal and grow. Your silence, your restraint, and your quiet confidence in their ability to find their way speak volumes, often more than words ever could. The role of a family elder isn't to solve every problem or resolve every argument. It's to be the calm in the storm, the steady ground beneath shifting sands. And sometimes, the wisest thing you can do is to let the storm pass, trusting that the love you've nurtured will guide your family back to harmony. Playing dumb isn't an act of weakness. It's a profound act of love rooted in the understanding that peace is often found not in control, but in letting go. 2. When technology leaves you baffled. In an age where technology evolves faster than the seasons, It's easy to feel like the world is moving at a pace that leaves you behind. Smartphones, streaming platforms, online banking, and social media. These tools may promise convenience, but for many in their later years, they often bring confusion and frustration. The pressure to keep up, to learn every new gadget or app, can feel overwhelming. But here's a truth you've earned through years of wisdom. Not everything is worth mastering. Sometimes the most freeing choice is to step back, smile, and play dumb. Playing dumb when faced with the complexities of modern technology isn't an admission of defeat. It's a decision to prioritize what truly matters. Life at this stage is no longer about keeping up with every trend or proving that you can master every tool. Instead, it's about preserving your energy for moments of joy and connection. Why wrestle with the settings of a new device for hours when your time could be spent with loved ones, in the garden, or immersed in a favorite hobby? Imagine this. Your grandson excitedly explains how to navigate a new app or set up a digital photo frame. You listen, nod, and when the explanation spirals into jargon, you laugh and say, "That's amazing, but I'll leave the tech wizardry to you." It's a moment of connection, not failure. By inviting younger generations to take the lead, you create opportunities for them to share their expertise, feel valued, and bridge the generational gap. Technology becomes less about what you don't know and more about what you can share, your curiosity, your trust, and the joy of learning together. There's also great power in understanding that not all technology needs to fit into your life. You've lived through eras where letters, face-to-face conversations, and quiet reflection were the primary ways of connecting. While technology offers new avenues, it cannot replace the richness of those moments. Choosing simplicity, holding on to the tactile joy of a book, the warmth of a handwritten card, or the magic of an unhurried conversation, reminds us of the value of presence in an increasingly digital world. By playing dumb to the pressures of keeping up, you protect the parts of life that feel timeless. However, playing dumb doesn't mean shying away from all technology. It's about discerning what's worth your time and what's better left to others. Perhaps you've mastered email to stay in touch with old friends or embraced video calls to see distant grandchildren. That's enough. You don't need to be fluent in every app or service. Your wisdom lies in knowing what serves you and in letting go of what doesn't. This choice also guards your peace of mind. Frustration over passwords, error messages, and updates can drain your energy and overshadow the joys of life. By asking for help or delegating tasks, you lighten the load. There's strength in saying, "I don't know how to do this," and that's okay. It's not about giving up. It's about choosing where to direct your energy and attention. At its heart, playing dumb in the face of technology is a quiet rebellion against the world's relentless pace. It's a reminder that life isn't about mastering every new invention, but about cherishing what truly matters: love, laughter, and the moments that make your heart full. Technology may promise to connect us, but it's your wisdom and presence that truly bridge the gaps between generations and experiences. In these moments of choosing simplicity, leaning on others when needed, and valuing connection over complication, you're not just playing dumb. You're showing the world what it means to live with intention, grace, and the profound understanding of what really matters in the time we're given. 3. When you're the target of pushy salespeople. There's a quiet confidence that comes with age, a wisdom that allows you to see through the noise and discern what truly matters. Yet even the wisest among us can find ourselves in the crosshairs of pushy salespeople or smooth-talking scammers who think they've found an easy mark. These individuals thrive on pressure and urgency, banking on the idea that you might hesitate or falter under their persistence. But here's the truth. You don't have to argue, justify, or even engage. Sometimes the smartest thing you can do is to play dumb and gracefully sidestep their tactics. Picture this scenario. A salesperson calls you, their tone overly friendly, offering you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, a new financial product, an expensive subscription, or a charitable donation that demands immediate action. Their words are polished, their intent laser-focused on one thing: getting you to say yes. You could respond with logic, explaining why you're not interested, or even challenge their claims. But why waste your time and energy? A simpler, more effective approach is to feign confusion or uncertainty. A gentle, "Oh, I don't really understand all of this. Let me talk to my family first," can diffuse the situation without confrontation. This tactic isn't about diminishing your intelligence or independence. On the contrary, it's a deliberate act of self-preservation. By playing dumb, you create a natural barrier that gives you space to think, consult, and decide on your own terms. You're not rejecting them outright, but you're also not allowing yourself to be rushed or manipulated. It's a subtle way of reclaiming control in a situation where they hope to seize it. Playing dumb also aligns with one of life's greatest lessons: the power of pause. In your years, you've learned that time is an ally, not an enemy. While salespeople may pressure you with limited time offers, you know there's rarely anything so urgent that it can't wait for careful consideration. By slowing down the conversation, you disrupt their rhythm and regain your footing. It's not about outsmarting them. It's about protecting your peace and making thoughtful decisions. There's also strength in knowing when to ask for help. If a financial or legal proposal feels too complex or too good to be true, involving a trusted family member, friend, or advisor isn't a sign of weakness. It's a mark of wisdom. These are the people who have your best interests at heart, who can offer clarity and perspective in moments of uncertainty. By leaning on them, you safeguard not only your finances, but also your sense of security. At its core, playing dumb when confronted by pushy salespeople is an act of quiet defiance. It's a way of saying, "You don't have power over me," without ever raising your voice. It's a reminder that your years of experience have taught you to value discernment over impulse, clarity over confusion. You're not an easy target. You're a fortress of wisdom built on a lifetime of learning. But beyond the practicality of this strategy lies a deeper truth. Your worth isn't tied to how well you navigate someone else's agenda. You've spent decades earning your independence, cultivating a life that reflects your values and priorities. No stranger with a polished pitch deserves to disrupt that. By choosing to play dumb, to smile and step away, you reaffirm your commitment to living life on your own terms. These moments of quiet resistance aren't just about avoiding a bad deal or dodging a scam. They're about honoring yourself, your time, your energy, and the life you've built. And in that act of preservation, you remind the world that wisdom isn't loud or flashy. It's steady, deliberate, and deeply powerful. 4. When debates turn heated, life teaches us many lessons, but one of the most profound is understanding when to engage and when to let go. As we grow older, the desire to share our perspective, shaped by years of experience, is natural. Yet not every conversation needs your wisdom, and not every heated debate deserves your voice. Whether it's political disagreements, generational divides, or clashing opinions on life choices, stepping back and playing dumb can be the ultimate expression of strength and wisdom. Picture yourself at a family gathering. The room is warm with laughter, but a conversation takes a sharp turn. Voices rise as your children or grandchildren passionately defend opposing viewpoints, politics, religion, or perhaps something as simple as lifestyle preferences. They look to you, the elder, the one with decades of life experience, for validation or judgment. You know you could weigh in, perhaps even resolve the conflict with a carefully chosen argument. But should you? In moments like these, the wisest choice may be to remain neutral and let the storm of emotions pass. Instead of offering solutions or taking sides, you might respond with a gentle, "I can see where both of you are coming from." These words aren't an avoidance of truth. They are an offering of peace. By not fueling the fire, you create space for reflection and calm, a gift more valuable than any opinion. It's important to recognize that most heated debates are not about finding common ground, but about asserting individual perspectives. Engaging too deeply often entrenches people further in their beliefs, creating a divide rather than a bridge. By stepping back, you remind others that the relationship matters more than the argument. This is not weakness or apathy. It is wisdom in its most graceful form, a reminder that love and connection hold far greater value than the fleeting satisfaction of winning a debate. Playing dumb also protects your own peace of mind. At this stage in life, your emotional energy is precious. You've weathered enough storms to know that not every disagreement needs resolution, and not every battle is worth fighting. Choosing to disengage isn't about giving up. It's about choosing where to invest your heart and mind. By prioritizing your serenity, you model a way of being that others can learn from, a quiet but profound lesson in the power of restraint. But this isn't just about you. It's also about the legacy you leave behind. When you choose not to engage in heated debates, you demonstrate the value of listening, of creating space for others to grow and learn without judgment. Your silence isn't passive, it's active, a way of fostering understanding and mutual respect. It's a reminder that wisdom isn't loud or argumentative. It's measured, thoughtful, and grounded in love. Ultimately, playing dumb when debates turn heated is a choice to focus on what truly matters. It's a way of preserving relationships, safeguarding your well-being, and ensuring that your voice, when it is needed, carries the weight of calm authority rather than the heat of conflict. By letting go of the need to be right, you affirm your role as a source of stability and wisdom, someone who embodies the deeper truths that only a lifetime can teach. In those moments of restraint, you remind others, and perhaps yourself, that the strongest bonds are built not on agreement, but on respect and love. Sometimes the greatest contribution you can make is simply to let the moment pass, trusting that the lessons of life will unfold in their own time. 5. When you're asked to take on more than you can handle, there is a quiet dignity in recognizing your own limits, a wisdom that grows as the years pass and priorities shift. In later life, your time and energy become more precious than ever, yet the world around you may not always acknowledge this. Invitations to take on responsibilities, whether planning events, joining committees, or stepping into roles you've held before, often come with the assumption that your experience makes you the perfect candidate. But true wisdom lies in knowing when to step back, and sometimes the kindest thing you can do for yourself is to play dumb when the burden becomes too much. Imagine being asked to lead a church fundraiser, organize a family reunion, or chair a community project. The request comes with flattery. You've done this so well before. It's tempting to say yes, driven by a sense of duty, a desire to help, or even a fear of disappointing others. Yet deep down, you may feel the weight of these obligations pulling you away from the life you've earned, a life that should now be filled with joy, rest, and pursuits that nourish your soul. In such moments, playing dumb isn't about pretending incompetence, but rather about gracefully setting boundaries. A lighthearted response like, "Oh, I wouldn't even know where to start these days," or, "I think this is a task for someone with fresher ideas," allows you to decline without guilt or conflict. It communicates that you respect the importance of the task, but that you're prioritizing your own needs, a choice that's not only valid, but profoundly wise. Stepping back doesn't mean abandoning those you care about. It's about allowing others to step forward, to grow into roles you once filled. By saying no, you give others the chance to contribute, to take responsibility, and to feel the fulfillment that comes from giving. Here's your text with proper punctuation. This isn't selfishness. It's generosity of a different kind, one that trusts and empowers others to rise to the occasion. Moreover, the time you reclaim by setting boundaries is a gift to yourself. This stage of life isn't meant to be a continuation of busyness, but a celebration of the moments that matter most. Whether it's spending a quiet morning in reflection, tending a garden, sharing stories with a friend, or pursuing a passion long set aside, these are the treasures of a life well lived. They are what make your days rich and meaningful, far more than any obligation ever could. Playing dumb also protects your emotional and physical well-being. Overcommitting can lead to stress, fatigue, and even resentment, emotions that detract from the peace and contentment you deserve. By gracefully declining responsibilities, you create space for rest and renewal, allowing you to be present and engaged in the moments that truly matter. At its core, playing dumb when asked to take on more than you can handle is about honoring the life you've built and the person you've become. It's a recognition that your worth isn't tied to what you do for others, but to the love, wisdom, and presence you bring to the relationships and activities that fill your heart. It's a reminder that boundaries are not walls. They are bridges to a life of intention and fulfillment. The greatest act of wisdom is knowing when to say no, so you can say yes to what truly matters. By choosing to play dumb in these moments, you preserve your energy for the joys of living, a laughter-filled conversation, a quiet evening under the stars, or the simple pleasure of a day spent exactly as you wish. In doing so, you remind yourself and those around you that a life well lived is not about how much you do, but about how deeply you savor the moments that make your heart sing. 6. Why playing dumb is a strength, not a weakness. At first glance, the idea of playing dumb may seem like an act of retreat, a sign of avoidance or vulnerability. But in reality, it is a profound demonstration of wisdom and emotional intelligence. It takes strength to resist the urge to prove your knowledge, assert your opinions, or control every situation. Playing dumb is not about ignorance. It's about the ability to prioritize peace over pride, understanding over ego, and relationships over the fleeting satisfaction of being right. When you choose to play dumb, you exercise restraint, one of the most powerful forms of self-discipline. It's easy to dive into debates, assert authority, or try to fix every problem, but it takes true maturity to recognize when stepping back serves a greater purpose. This isn't about relinquishing your power. It's about using your wisdom to maintain harmony, protect your well-being, and give others the space to grow. Consider the moments when family dynamics become tense or conversations take a heated turn. Choosing to stay silent or to feign uncertainty isn't a sign of weakness. It's a deliberate act of prioritizing the bonds that matter most. By not escalating conflicts, you remind others that love and respect are more valuable than winning an argument. It takes strength to hold back, to trust that others will find their way, and to understand that your silence can sometimes speak louder than your words. Playing dumb also reflects an unparalleled clarity of purpose. At this stage in life, you've learned to discern what deserves your energy and attention. By gracefully bowing out of situations that don't align with your values or serve your peace, you demonstrate a level of self-awareness that only comes with experience. You are not avoiding life, you are curating it, ensuring that your time and presence are reserved for what truly matters. Additionally, there's power in humility. By admitting you don't know everything or by allowing others to take the lead, you create opportunities for connection. Younger generations, in particular, thrive on feeling needed and valued. By stepping back, you give them a chance to contribute, to share their knowledge, and to strengthen the bond you share. It takes a strong and secure person to let go of the reins and trust in others. Ultimately, playing dumb is not about diminishing yourself. It's about elevating the greater good. It's an expression of confidence in your choices and a reminder that true power lies in knowing when to speak and when to remain silent. It's a strength rooted in the wisdom of a life well lived, where peace, connection, and love take precedence over the noise of the moment. In choosing to play dumb, you embrace the profound truth that life isn't about proving your worth. It's about living with intention, grace, and an unwavering commitment to what matters most. In that choice, you embody the quiet strength of wisdom that only the passage of time can bestow. The quiet power of wisdom life, as it unfolds through the years, teaches us that true strength isn't always found in action, and true wisdom isn't always found in words. Sometimes the most profound choices we make are the quiet ones, the moments when we decide not to engage, not to prove, and not to take on more than we can bear. Playing dumb isn't about denying your intelligence or your capabilities. It's about recognizing the extraordinary freedom that comes from letting go of what doesn't serve your peace, your happiness, or your relationships. In old age, you've earned the right to prioritize what truly matters: the love of family, the serenity of stillness, and the joy of simply being. By knowing when to step back, when to stay silent, and when to release yourself from unnecessary obligations, you preserve these treasures. You remind yourself and those around you that life isn't a race to achieve or conquer, but a journey to savor and cherish. This wisdom, born from decades of experience, is a gift you share in ways that aren't always spoken. It's in the way you model patience during family tensions, the way you laugh at the complexities of technology, the way you gently deflect the pressure of others' expectations. These moments of quiet strength teach the people around you what it means to live with intention, grace, and love. As you navigate the world, choosing when to engage and when to play dumb, remember that your greatest power lies not in what you do, but in who you are. You are the embodiment of a life well lived, a tapestry woven with resilience, joy, and deep understanding. In your ability to let go of what doesn't matter, you hold space for what does: the relationships, the moments, and the simple joys that make life meaningful. In the end, playing dumb isn't a strategy. It's a profound act of wisdom. It's choosing peace over pride, connection over conflict, and love over ego. In these choices, you remind us all of life's most important lesson: that it's not about how much you do, but how deeply you live and love in the moments you're given. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.